Hello everyone, Tashi Delek. Tashi Delek is a Tibetan greetings, means blessing, good wishes, and good luck. My name is Temzo Lamo, and today I will be giving a presentation on cultural and ethnic values. I believe this is a wonderful opportunity to share an important part of my Tibetan heritage by introducing traditional cultural dress called chupa. As you can see, I'm wearing one style of our traditional clothing today. You can see in the picture, it's called Wunju. So this is the text written in Tibetan. It is simple and comfortable to wear, almost like putting on a t-shirt, which makes it a popular style for many Tibetans. Through this presentation, I hope you will learn more about the history, meaning, and cultural importance of the Tibetan chupa. The chupa is much more than just a traditional clothing. It represents the history, identity, and resilience of the Tibetan people. Today, I will explain its history, why it remained important today, and how it connects to the Canadian multiculturalism. Go to next slide. So, what exactly is a chupa? A chupa is a traditional dress worn by both men and women, as you can see in the pictures with different style. It's an integral part of Tibetan culture. It is commonly worn during weddings, festivals, family celebrations, or other important cultural events. At first glance, it may simply look like a beautiful traditional outfit. However, it tells a much deeper story. It represents Tibetan history, survival, cultural identity. For Tibetans, wearing chupa is a way of honoring our heritage and showing pride in who we are. Next slide. The chupa wasn't designed to just look beautiful, it was designed for survival. Tibet, as it located on the world's highest plateau, where the winter is harsh and extremely cold. Traditionally, chupa were made from thick wool or animal skins to protect people from the harsh climate. One unique feature, as you can see in the picture, is the large fold around the waist after the belt is tied. This fold acts as a large pocket. In the past, Tibetan carried food, tools, or religious prayer beads, and other daily necessaries while traveling across the mountains. This practical design shows how traditionally clothing is adapted to everyday life. Next slide. In Canada, we have 10 provinces and 3 territories. Likewise, in Tibet, we have 3 distinct regions, which is known as Uzang, Kham, and Amdo. Each region has its own unique style of chupa, different colors, fabrics, and decorations. Today, chupa are also made of silk, cotton, brocade, especially for festivals and celebrations. Many Tibetans living outside Tibet, including Canada, wear lighter versions of chupa that are more comfortable for our climate. If you notice the strip apron, it is called pangden. In the Usang traditions, it is worn by married women and it symbolizes their marital status. These regional styles shows the diversity within the Tibetan culture. Next slide. The Lakar movement. Another reason the Chupa remain meaningful today is the Lakar movement, also known as White Wednesday. Lakar is a peaceful grassroots movement practiced by Tibetan all around the world. Every Wednesday, many Tibetan choose to wear chupa, speak Tibetan language, enjoy traditional Tibetan foods, listen to Tibetan musics, and teach our younger generations about our culture and language. For many Tibetans, this is not a political statement, it is simply a peaceful expression of cultural pride and in a way of preserving our identity for future generation. Why cultural preservation matter? Many Tibetan believes it becomes increasingly important to preserve our language and culture. In recent years, Chinese Communist government has enforced a new policy called ethnic unity and integration. Many Tibetans and international human rights organizations has expressed their concern over this new policy as it's meant to eliminate Tibetan and cultural practices and languages. Because of all these concerns, many Tibetan see this movement like lacquer as a peaceful way to preserve our identity through everyday action, such as wearing chupa and speaking in our language in everyday basis. Next slide. The chupa and Canadian multiculturalism. The chupa also connects closely with the ideas we have studied in this course about Canadian multiculturalism. Canada encourages people from different cultural backgrounds to preserve their traditions while becoming an active member of Canadian society. As a Tibetan living in Canada, I appreciate that I can proudly wear my chupa at any event without feeling that I have to give up my identity. Instead of asking people to abandon their traditions, Canada encourages diversity, inclusion, and mutual respect, unlike China. To me, this is what multiculturalism is all about, learning from one another while celebrating our unique culture. To conclude, Tibetan Chupa is much more than traditional clothing. It represents survival, resilience, cultural identity, family tradition, and pride. Although Tibetans now live in many different countries, including Canada, the Chupa continues to connect us to our history and remind us of who we are. As long as we continue wearing Chupa and passing our tradition to our younger generations, the chupa will remain a living symbol of Tibetan culture. Thank you very much for listening. This is all for my part in this presentation. Have a good day. Thank you.